In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can create this crazy photo effect using Photoshop. So let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, Dhruval here back with another video, and as you can see, this is the final output and this is the image that we are going to use. Now this image is from deventart.com, so if you want to use the same image, the download link is in video description, so feel free to use it. Now first of all, to create this effect, we will need to create a custom brush. For that, go to File and select a new document, create a new document. And for this document, you have to make sure that it is a square. So I'm gonna go with 1200, and also in my height, I will go with 1200. Resolution, I think 150 should be fine, and the higher the numbers, the better quality brush you will have. So hit OK. So as you can see, the square document is here. Now I'm gonna select my brush from here. And then here in the brush you have this really cool brushes. You can see this row from this 32 to 90. You can use any of them and it will work really nice. Not the 90 though, I think. So I will go with the 32 number and let's go here. Now if I draw a line, it looks something like this, which is not very interesting, but we can make it interesting. And to do that, as you can see this little box here, click on that, and in that box you have to go to brush tip shape and increase the spacing a little bit, not too much and not too low, just a little bit, as you can see here in the example. Now after that you have to go to shape dynamics, and in there angle jitter should be 100%, and then you can increase your size jitter, that also by 100%, and that's about it. Now if I go in and if I draw, as you can see, it looks really like interesting and something that we can create an effect out of. So I'm gonna press Ctrl Z, and again, so we have a really clean slate. Now I'm gonna make my brush bigger. You can use your bracket keys, these big bracket keys, to make the brush bigger and smaller. So I'm gonna make it this big, and let's make a shape. Okay, so this is way too big. We need to make it really small compared to that. Let's make it a little bit more smaller, and then I'm gonna start to paint. Okay, so that looks really nice. Now the shape you create here doesn't have to be accurately something like this, but make sure it is something wavy or something like that, okay? So this looks decent enough to me. Now to create a brush of this, you have to go to Edit, and there you have this option called Define Brush Precision. You see here? There, let's make it, I don't know, tutorial brush, I don't know. So hit OK. So this brush is saved, as you can see. Now we don't need this document, so I'm just gonna go here and close it. No, I don't wanna save it. So this is the model here, and now I'm gonna double click on the background and unlock it. Now click on this little icon here and create a new blank layer, and in this new blank layer select your paint bucket tool from here and make sure you have white color here, and then fill it and put this layer under your layer 0. So this is the model layer and this is the white layer that we created. Now on the model layer you have to apply a layer mask, and into that layer mask you have to fill in black color. So the image is still there, but because we filled in black color in entire mask, it is hidden. Now it's time to paint the image. So to do that, I'm gonna select the brush. Now we already have the brush we just created. Now this brush, if I paint in here with white color, as you can see, it brings back the image. So this looks like it's not very good. You can see that. So to make it even more better, you can go here on this icon here, the one we used last time. And here I'm gonna go, and first of all I'm gonna select my brush tip shape and make sure my spacing is around 30% or something like that. You can play around and create your own style, doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna go to my shape dynamics, and then I'm gonna adjust my minimum diameter a little bit, not too much. And as you can see, my angle jitter is already 100%, and in the roundness jitter you can play around, so I'm gonna make it 100%, something like that. And in the minimum roundness I'm also gonna make it 100%, so completely random effect we are trying to get. And then also go to scattering. I'm gonna make it around like 100% or something like that, not too much and not too little, so 100% seems decent. And in the count jitter, I'm gonna keep it minimum, like 1-2%. These numbers are just, I was playing around and I got them, so you don't have to follow them blindly. And then to give it a little bit more variety, I went to the transfer, and in the transfer I did a little bit of opacity jitter and a little bit of flow jitter. Not too much, not too little, just a touch. So that looks really nice, and make sure your smoothing is turned on, so that looks nice. And now This is a really big brush, so I'm gonna make it smaller. I'm using my bracket keys, as I said, to make it smaller and bigger. So let's make it smaller. Now I think her face was exactly here, so I'm gonna start painting on her face, something like that. So as you can see, her face has started to reveal. Now whenever you are near to face, I will recommend you paint with a relatively smaller brush, and when the face is almost visible, you turn your size really big like the brush, as you can see, and then you again, okay, that's way too big. Okay, this seems fine. Okay, we can make it even a bit more smaller, and let's paint. Okay, that's a really nice balance right there. And then I'm gonna paint here. So these are the really bigger strokes. Then I'm gonna make it again slightly smaller, and then start painting in here a little bit, not too much. And let's make it even a bit more smaller for these details here in the background. So let's make it here a little bit, and then I'm gonna make it bigger and then paint again. So what you have to make sure that the face is completely visible, because that's the point. Otherwise, like, if you can't see the person, what's the point of making the effect? Let's close it here. So I'm gonna paint here, and then I'm gonna make it again slightly bigger for this here. And let's say you think like, okay, I don't want this much effect here, so all you have to do is just start painting with black color in your layer mask, and you will start erasing that part. And you think, okay, that's way too much and I wanna bring it back. All you have to do is just paint with white color, and I'm using my X key to flip between colors. So let's paint it back here, and the face is back. So the beauty of this effect is that every time you create this effect, it will be different than the last time, and that's also the minus point, because you cannot create the same effect twice even if you want to. So now let's try with some, color correction. So I'm gonna go and create a new solid color. In the solid, let's go and select a bluish color, something darker than that. Yeah, this seems nice to me, and let's make it even more bluish and hit OK. Now change this blending mode to exclusion. So at first it might be slightly stronger for your taste, so you can decrease the opacity. 57% seems nicer. And then I'm going to create a lighting effect. So to create that, I'm going to create a new blank layer, and instead of this really crazy brush we created, I'm going to select this regular round brush, and then I'm going to make this brush bigger, something like this. Select an orange tone, and the reason I created, chose the orange tone is because there is a lot of orange going on already. Her hair, her skin. If someone is wearing, let's say, blue dress, you can try a blue color too, so it will work nice. You get the idea. And then I'm gonna make it screen, and then let's put it over here, and I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna press Ctrl D, hold my shift key, and make this light bigger like that, and then confirm it. Now I'm gonna drag this thing over here so that the slight amount of part is on her hair and on her face, and it doesn't overkill it. Okay, we also want to see the model, so that's looking actually pretty good. I'm happy with it. Now here is one really important tip. Let's say you go in there and you select your brush. See, this is the brush, and in the brush you go to setting, you do all these crazy things that you want to do, and you create a really beautiful preset. Now here's the problem. If I do this, I go back, and if I select some other brush, this all things will go away, and also when you restart the Photoshop, it will be all gone. So to make sure you have this ready-made every time you use your brush, once, let's say, I also had dual brush and whatnot, you have created this really nice preset, then all you have to do is just go in here, and you have this little icon here, this little icon. Click on that, and let's name it, okay, my special brush preset. See, and then all you have to do is just hit OK, and this is, as you can see, is already saved in here. Now let's experiment it. So let's go, and I selected this some brush, and the settings are already gone. So let's go and select this brush again, and now see, there's nothing here. But all you have to do is just go back here and select my special brush preset, and boom, there it is. So this way you can save the presets and save yourself a lot of time. And as you can see, all we had this little brush, and we created this really beautiful effect out of this. So that's it for this video, and I really hope that you learned something, and if you did, hit that like button, and if you have any kind of questions or suggestions, Feel free to ask them in the comment section below. And if you want to check out more crazy effects like this, you can click on any of these boxes, and you can also subscribe to my channel. So every time I upload a new video, you will get the update. Plus it will take you to my channel where I have more than 75 free Photoshop tutorials just waiting for you. So till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.